Bum up the wrong fraud, eh? Plunge them in a poverty. Tell them take a high. Yours me they lie. They got no stripes. Now people, welcome to my camera. And you know me, I'm a person that speak my mind and I explain my way. Remember, Deal Figure Entertainment, I'm the inventor, not a copycat or a dumb creator. Remember people, to do me on the webs them for us search STAYFRYA. Now remember we're going to this one now called Return Life Element. Understand? You call it the cycle of the earth. Now, if you check it deeply, you will notice everything return. Everything return. If you check war return. And after war, you have peace. And let's dig into it. I noticed that everyone trying to take down my web. You understand? So I'm trying to show them that do not, and do not try to take down the web, because everything return, and there's a master control the return. Understand? If you mate with a woman, right? And when you mate with that woman, life return when you put the seed in her belly. Understand that? You notice that? If you cut your skin and blood leak out, what happened? It returned back to seal. You understand? So everything is infinity. That's what you need to look at. When the cloud cover the sun, it clear and it return. But man control that. Let's look into it deeper in that. When you have corruption, corruption will return. Racism will return. Killing will return. This is why you gotta move skillful to that cut into the return of death, return of rob, return of deceive, return of poison and kills and heart attacks and all these things that they give you in the public. You gotta study things to realize it. This is why I tell you about the invincible reality. Understand? And there's a lot of that going on. And if you look deep within everything, it show you in the scientist form, where when we go to school, they teach we that when the rain fall, the sun comes out and it vaporize and it go back into the cloud, and then when the cloud get heavy, it pour down. This is what they tell us in school. But if you check it, it's still a cycle of return. The water go down and then the water comes up. Let's look at the human race. Sometimes you're working, right? And when you're working, you lose your job. And when you lose your job, everything you used to got flowing, it just no more there. So what happened with that now? You have to go back and look for another job to get back on your feet. But sometimes you're into a struggle where you can't find no job. But suddenly you get back your job and it returns. It's like the pour of the water. And then the sun soak it up and then it pour back down. So sometimes your life is like that. And we call it the ins and outs. And you hit rock bottom, then you rise back up. Everything returning. But if you check love and relationship, a few of us might find what is love when it returns. Because sometimes when you meet someone when you're young, right? And when you meet that person when you're young, you know, it was cool and nice and dandy. And soon as you get older and you start to understand what relationship is and who cares and who do not care, you understand? You might find someone return with a different behavior, but you have a similar of what you want. Understand? But that is a return of love. But you gotta guide it, to hold it and maintain it. But you might try to guide it and control it, but that person didn't have the experience like you yet. Understand? And they might left and gone. Understand? Think it's gonna return like how you have it. Like many female will have a nice man giving her everything she would like. Understand? And then a baboon one who not giving nothing but just piping up, and she suddenly left him and gone over there because of cute face and all that things she think is cute and you know what I'm saying? A man have it good, and when he give it to her, and the next man who don't have it good, she go give it to him, and he find her and dumping. So life return in all different forms, but you gotta check the elements of returning. Look how we have to have children to have a better generation, a different way of thinking. The fruit on the tree, right? When it bear, if you do not pick it, it's gonna fall to the ground, and the seed from that fruit is gonna spread. But when rain fall, the rain took it and washed the seed down. The water might pour it, the wind might blow it, and then what you will notice, it will go somewhere else and burn and grow another tree. You understand? Have you ever paid attention to fruit tree or any type of anything in the nature when it's there and no one don't pick it? You notice it spring another one. It's trying to show you gotta continue, everything return. And if you check the galaxy or Earth farm, you notice Earth returning. You bomb one, another one return, and then returning in million. Instead, if you cut down the grass, what will happen? You have another grass grow again. But everything is returning. You gotta watch careful though, everything returning. You're rich, you're no more rich. You're poor, but you was poor before. Then now you're poor again. You was flowing, but no more flowing. You understand? You start flowing again. And I want you to check also the level of friendship. And saying friendship return in a different form, but it's not real like the other one. Because someone might bombard you, do some deceitful thing in spiteful ways, understand? And you thought that person was your friend. But when you check it, that person not really your friend. But suddenly you go somewhere, somebody start to show you some love, but it's all a return of the same deceitful and spiteful way. You understand? But you guys got to know how to deal with things, man. This is what I'm trying to tell you. If you check attack of black people, you will notice that return all the time. If you check racism, it's always return. Understand? But peace always come. Understand? And if you check scandal in the media, it always return with some stars. Understand? You always notice some stars always in the media and some propaganda and some rumors on their name, but that dude always returning. It's a cycle of life. Understand? You gotta pay attention to that. This is why before you enter certain things, you gotta check it to see if it's actually real. Understand? You gotta check the options and check the levels, because it show you in mathematics. You got the adding, I could add with her. It got the multiply, yeah, I could add with multiply with money, many wives, many money, many friends, many business, many website, many income. Understand? And it got the take away. You understand that? You take away your money, you take away your girlfriend, you take away your life. It's all returning. And then you got, of course, the divide. It was friend, but we gone. But that it's always returning. If you check the ghetto, you notice the ghetto war always return. The same old rob you, kill you, don't like you. And understand, keep their pants on saggy and all that. It will always return. Unless someone try to paint a picture to change it, it might change. You understand? Young pregnancy return. Many young girls get pregnant. Returns. Everything is returning. But people not paying attention and say it's returning. The way they pay attention is when it's happening to them, but they don't realize somebody already been in this position before. Because I've been homeless and I realize it, I've been homeless and I'm trying to hold it on my own. I don't want to come back to my people's house because I think I could hold it. You understand? But when I check it, I look around like that, and that's why there's a lot of people going through the same thing. You understand? So what I realized at that point, being homeless is as a part of return. You understand? People bummed out, that's going to always return, but it's how they triumph over it and how they handle the situation and what they do to fix it. You understand? Disaster. Those are like tornadoes, storms, and flooding, and all these things that comes upon the people. If it always returns, it's just how you deal with it. You understand? That's just part of nature. You gotta check all the elements of life to understand who we are as people and what we can do to fix certain problems. Instead, accident is something that gonna always happen. People run off the road and kill, heart attacks, disease, and death in everybody's family. But what's so beautiful? Life continue to grow. Instead, without life, we cannot do nothing. Instead, you gotta have life to have all this, to have the money, the car, to find the cure, the technology. Understand? But the beautiful thing we must learn about life, returning and the cycle, it's all a repeat, and we must learn from the repeat. And to learn the repeat, you gotta read history. If you're into entertainment, check what happened to entertainment people. If you're into politics, check what happened to politics people, because it's all a return. If you're a fireman, you gotta check what happened. If you're a policeman, you gotta check what happened to those. If you are a gangster, you understand, you thug or whatever you are, you understand, shoot a bad man, whatever it is, it's a part of cycle. It's a return thing, man. And understand, but you gotta control the return, maintain the return, know what step to take so you don't get caught when it return. You understand? Anywhere you at is a return. Because when I check party, I did all those party things already. You understand? And then the smoking weed, the dancing, all that. And sometimes I look in the club, I see the same dance that I used to kick. You know, like do all the bogle dance, the tati and all that thing. I see many artists call them different names. Many graphing style like we did that already. And they give it a different name. I'm like, wow, it's always return. This is why when you check sometime music, you notice a hit song that hit the public hard before, you notice some people will come and redo it and make it, we love it again. You understand? Music is one thing that always return. You understand? But just how you do it. You see hip hop use a lot of return method. A lot of beats method, a lot of sounds, and a lot of punchline, and a lot of rapping style. But it's all the return to for the next generation to come. Because every 10 years a generation shift. And if you check music when in the 90s and check it now, you'll be like, yo, what type of... You understand? You might pass it on to your children. Your children don't think that's hot. But at your age, at that time, it was hot. You understand? But when you talk to your mother wasn't feeling that. Your mother was on a different level. You understand? If you talk to an African American woman about the 80s and the 90s and 70s and ask her about now, you know, she's gonna be like, ask her which rapper she like. If you talk to a Caribbean woman, a Mexican woman, a Japanese or Chinese, any woman within the land, and ask them, at your age, what was your hottest song? Who was your favorite artist? And you go online and check them up. You go, man, what kind of record is this? You understand? But it's just a part of returning of life. You understand? A return of doing. And we thinking it's hot when it's not. But what is good though is when we return, you have freedom will. Because when you see marijuana free up in New York City, I'm like, wow, LA used to got this. We never used to got that. I could roll up a blunt and smoke it right in front of the precinct. It become like cigarette. You understand? But it's a part of returning. But it return different. It return in a way where we could stand up on the corner and smoke it, and police can dig you down and take it off you. Police be right there. You could pop one and he can't lock you up. I like doing that. I don't do that yet, but you know, it's like people in the 90s know that if we was out there, like right on New York legalized marijuana, if it was out there on Jamaica Avenue, Springfield, Brooklyn, and Queens, and Manhattan, or wherever we are in our car, and we roll up a blunt, and the police should have comes and take it from us and give us a ticket and bring us a sense of booking just to smoke a bud, boy. Understand? But it returned in a certain way where we could do it. It free up. Understand? But it's good to realize that, you know, life is a cycle, man. The weather return, man. Hot, summer, spring, and winter. You understand? So when it's springtime, you'll do what spring do, man, because spring return, man. When it's wintertime, it's cold season. You understand? You gotta prepare. When it's fall season, you gotta watch things falling. You gotta pay attention. You understand? We're in falling, you gotta see a lot of things falling. Look in your media, you see things falling. Because they showing you, so we are in fall. A lot of things gonna fall. You know, so in spring, we're gonna make money, we're gonna build. You understand? You gotta check these levels, man. With autumn, you understand? You check the levels. If you check the levels, you know it. When it's cold, certain behavior. When it's spring, certain behavior. When it's autumn, check the behavior. Down to the woman shift. You gotta pay attention to the shift for you, because everything's returning. Anger returning. Yo, that returning. You gotta wake up and hold your circle and hold your life together, man. Remember, D Figure Entertainment forever, man. And this is the element one, man. You know, life returning, man. And the element of this. You understand? Remember, search me below this video. I got some link. You'll check out my music, check out my albums. And I'm saying this is a different time period, and we're returning with black men speaking. Because back then, black men never used to kick knowledge. It was always the other nation kicking knowledge. You understand? We're in the technology time. You cannot be doing nothing stupid, because all technology have a master, and the human race do not have the master of technology. You gotta care for what you're doing. So bomb up the wrong fraud. Yo, plunge him in a poverty. Yo, tell them take a hike. Tell them take a hike. They got no stripe. It's who they like.